Hi there. In this video I'm going to be discussing the Thane build, which is a combination of a warfare and storm masteries. It's a hybrid class, just like the battle mage and juggernaut and many others. It's hybrid because one of the masteries is a fighting mastery, warfare, and one of the other masteries is the pure magic mastery, storm. So here's I'm gonna start off with the warfare skills. The most important warfare tree, that's the onslaught, as you can see here right in the middle. Just know that this skill set you see here right now is of my Thane, my current Thane, who's at the moment level 50, so not all of the skills are maxed at the moment, so just bear that in mind. But yeah, the onslaught tree, that's pretty much one of those things you would max. I mean, definitely the base skill itself. The others output as many points as possible. On the left, lower left corner, you see that's weapon training, another compulsory skill, let's say, for any character who uses warfare. You can go for dual wield as well. I mean, as a rule of thumb, I always say that any warfare class, apart from Conqueror, should go for dual wield. Conqueror is the only one who shouldn't, because using shields as a weapon is better. But I didn't go for dual wield with my Thane because I found that I didn't have enough skills. I mean, skill points. I didn't have enough skills. That's funny. I didn't have enough skill points for it because I used a lot on ice shards and lightning and stuff like that. But it is a worthy skill to consider. Here are some other skills I would advise you to go for. The battle rage you see at the bottom, I would only put 1 point and forget about the synergies. This right next to it, that's dodge attack. Once again, I would max that. And obviously go for the battle stun as well, at least 1 point in it. Although if you put more points in it, it's obviously better. And the triumph skill as well. The whirlwind, that's quite a good skill as well. I mean, although it is better if you dual wielding, because that means both weapons hit. Because you know how whirlwind hits several targets. Well, with dual wield it hits with both weapons. But since I only have single wield, it's not as effective. Still, it's a good skill to go for. You can go for Warhorn as well if you want to, but I didn't go here because Storm Master has quite a lot of stunning skills in itself, so I didn't bother going for Warhorn. But you can go for it as a substitute for some other skill which stuns enemies. I didn't go for Ancestral Warriors either, once again, because I didn't have enough skill points. I have skill points elsewhere to spend, really. Now let's go for the Storm. First of all, note that any kind of melee wielder, you might want to use the enchantment skills. The same with the Earth enchantment. With Storm, it will be Storm Nimbus. You might want to go for the Storm Nimbus skill, and the Heart of Frost as well, which slows enemies down. These are the elemental spells you see here. The one right in the middle, that's Ice Shards. You see I went quite a lot for that. And then on the left is the Lightning Tree, and then on the right that's the Thunderbolt. If you're going for those, you should definitely increase your intelligence attribute. Other than that, if you're going for one of those hybrids which doesn't utilize much of the spell casting, then you can forget about those skills. Although you might still want to go for the Thunderbolt, because if you see I put only 1 point in it and 1 point in its synergy, because it's a good stunning skill. It stuns a group of enemies. The Lightning Bolt stuns as well, but it's not as good as stunning. It's more of a damage dealing skill, and the Chain Lightning is it's really devastating. The reason I went for Ice Shards is because I really like using them. It's quite fun. I mean, they do eat up a lot of energy, so be prepared to have a lot of energy potions, and I'd put a lot of energy points as well in your energy attribute. And also remember, you might want to have equipment which will raise your casting speed, because that'll make the Ice Shards fly out like a machine gun. Here are some other useful skills. On the top left, that's the Wisp. I only put 1 point because with its synergy it gives you extra elemental damage you can deal. But the Wisp is quite alright. I mean, it's not the best of the pets or anything, but it can survive for quite a while because it's got like 99% dodging rate. The one just below it, that's Squall. That's good for lowering enemy resistances, and also if you cast on enemy archers, it impairs their aim. It does quite a bit of damage as well. I think on normal difficulty it deals quite good damage. Um, the one on the right, that's Storm Surge. I'll put at least 1 point in it. You don't have to put loads, but at least 1 point for the sake of stunning the enemies when they attack you, because this triggers on when the enemies attack you, like 15% chance to trigger. So that's a good skill to have. These are the skills I hardly ever go for. In fact, I pretty much never went for with any of the Storm characters for these skills. But I mean, there are kind of more of experimental skills. Certain builds work with them, but by far not all. Now I shall discuss the attribute points, the stats. As you can see here, I had to try to solve more or less balance with the three main attributes: strength, intelligence, and dexterity. As you see, strength is by far at least twice as much as the other two, because for the most part, with my hybrid character, my Thane, is fighting melee. I have quite a bit of intelligence as well, although not as much, but that's for the sake of spellcasting. So I'd say don't ignore that completely. And dexterity, you need that for the defensive ability mostly, because you don't want enemy monsters to critical hit you all the time. This is obviously without the buffs, because with Storm Nimbus and stuff. And the secondary skills, the thing to note here mostly is that if you see the casting speed that I've got quite high, ideally you go for 300%, the maximum, if you're using the ice shards, because that's really a killer. But anyway, just above 200 is still not too bad. So sometimes you have to compromise. But that's about it really. That's a Thane character for you, quite similar to most other hybrids. Um, and yeah, if you have any questions, just feel free to comment or send me a message. Bye then.